Hello, bonjour, ça va? And how are we today? It is Monday, January the 6th, 2025, here in southwestern Ontario, Canada, by the beautiful frozen shores of Lake Huron. Coming on today, going to be dedicating this video to my new YouTube site called Messages from Spirit Light. Just starting that up. It'd be great if you would subscribe and start viewing over there. This is going to be strictly spiritual guidance messages from my higher light as well as my solar light team. Now, as I have mentioned now and then, off and on, my spirit light team is a non-physical, they've never been in physical form, and they're from the central sun, the greater central sun. I've been getting downloads during meditation about them, more on a personal level. Before it was just the information I was getting and nothing about the person. So it's kind of like you go out and you have a hobby, you do pickleball's all the rage here, or dancing like what I do. I'm in my Zumba dance clothes. I'm ready to get back to a Zumba class today. It's the first one for like 3 weeks, having withdrawal symptoms from that. So it'll be fun to get back to that today. And for a while, you're just participating in the sport or whatever it is, downhill skiing, badminton, tennis, whatever, the library club, it doesn't matter. It's some social group, some kind of hobby that you like and you have a passion for, and you want to do that. And you want to join other like-minded people and have some fun. So there's all kinds of clubs. You get the idea. And you don't really know the people at first. You're just engaging in the sport. It's like, do you wanna play pickleball with me? We need another person on the court. Can you fill in? Susie Q was sick today. Whatever. And you engage in the play or the hobby or whatever it is. You don't really know who these people are. And if you only see them once a week, let's say, or once a month, it takes time to get to know who they are and what they're like. And then after a while, it's like, I like Joe over here, and I like Henry over there, and I like Jane over there. And you become a little bit more personal with them. You start sharing, are you married? Are you single? Are you divorced? Do you have kids? You don't have kids? What do you like? What do you not like? And it takes time, doesn't it? So it's kind of sort of been like that for me. Now, I know my team's been with me from the beginning of time, actually. I'm the one, apparently, volunteered to come here and be the physical apparatus that they work through. So now I've been given the okay to start talking more about these central solar light beings. They're wanting to engage in spirit with you more. They want to see all of you reach the highest possible frequencies of light that you can manage or you can pull off here. Because the higher light that we go, then the more prosperous we are here, because we're actually literally genetically altering our DNA. The substructures of thought are what have been in the way. Just want to mention, if you don't already know me, the information comes through in rhyme. Sometimes I will just give you the rhyme as I'm hearing it. Other times I will translate it. Just depends, on the situation. So it's not always grammatically correct. It is kind of funny. My team is the fun team. That's what they call themselves. We use humor here to engage in spirit light. So these higher spirit-like beings want you to know a little bit more about them now. They're not as gruff as that's kind of funny. That's what I'm hearing. They're not as gruff as what they sometimes seem. So in some of the channelings or downloads of information that I've given, sometimes it's been a little, serious. It's been a little almost strict because it's been a very serious topic that needed to be explained, cleared up, taught, understood, whatever word you want to use. But as I was hearing earlier this morning, these light cellular energy teams of higher light from I'm hearing the larger central sun, the greater central sun, they actually came through before, like many times ago for us. And they were our progenitors of thought, is how I'm hearing it. So I'm translating this information for us. As progenitors of higher thought, they are more willing to be more down to earth with us, to teach us the practical applications of their thought waves. Because everything comes through in thought. So it's telepathic, in other words. You've heard us, if you've followed us before on other channels that I have had or do have, I have one on Rumble under Healing Our Energy, just in case you don't know. All of the transmissions of thought via telepathic communication are here to show you how it works in the off-world time frame as well as the off-world progenitor frame of light. So in other words, when we're stepping out of time. So they have themselves in a time wave as well as outside of the time channel of thought. So we get different perspectives or viewings of what we're doing here. We can actually start to see how our health is affected by our thoughts. Everything is created and under your control via your thought waves in the higher light. So higher proportions of us, in other words, the parts of us that are occupying the higher light spaces, interdimensional thought waves, whatever you want to call it, multidimensional, there's lots of words. Wherever we're at in those higher directional wavelengths of thought, that's what permeates our lower thoughts. Now, our lower parts of us sometimes, get influenced by others and others who do low deeds. They think low, they act low, they behave low, whatever. It's very low, the lower chakras, the first, second, and third lower chakras. And when that happens, you kind of get off track, you get off course from where your higher light and your higher spirit light and source code energy fields of light want you to go. We all know this. I know many times I'm in resistance to my higher light. I can just tell you from experience, you don't want to push that too far because things happen you may not like. It's not to scare you, it's just to inform you. That's just kind of the way we roll. So the more you're in tune with your higher light, with your higher light channel, which is yours, it's nobody else's, the better your life is, the more prosperous you are, and in many ways, love, romance, your career, your mission, your life, your health, your wealth. I mean, it's friends, it's everything, where you live. It affects every part of your life. So the push lately has been to drop old associations from those beings who are of the lower light, because they're not handling their energy right. They're coming from lower light. And if they choose to do that, that is their choice. Everything is up to you. You get to choose. But we're suggesting, we're vibrating at this higher light frequency of light to show you that it can actually be all right. Sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. Yeah, there's more fundamental light coming through now. So it serves you, okay? This higher light serves you. It helps you. It motivates you. It strengthens you. It gives you a stronger gut reaction. And you know how people will say, oh, I just felt I should do this today. I just felt it in my gut, in other words, that was my intuition talking. But there aren't enough people yet acknowledging the intuitive processes. This will change. This is about to change. This is going to be a huge change. It's a huge transition in thought. So these old substructures of the old thought waves have to be removed. Most of them are coming out of your subconscious awareness as we speak. More will be coming out sooner rather than later. So these light cell energy frequency beings of higher thought are influencing you to think in a higher way so that you can be more prosperous and you can be happier and healthier and wealthier. Because we all prosper as a result. When we raise the frequency of ourselves up, the individual, then that affects the collective frequency of light, which affects everything. It's our planet, our way of being. It's just everything. You can't separate one from the other. We are all one spirit light. So the stronger you are with your connections to your own higher light, the more wise you will be. The more wisdom light, your guidance light clicks on. It's a memory code that gets generated in your higher lymph node. And this is how it gets exposed. So the pineal gland opens up. You start to see more. You have more light in the brain cavity. You start to understand the workings of spirit light. It's not as restrictive as you think. With all of the religious training you've had on your world, you have a limited way of looking at things, and it's actually far more expansive than what you think. So this is why we speak about our spirituality rather than of our religion or religions. Okay, so these spirit-like beings, these high light spirit-like beings from the central sun are generating more, and I always hear it as wealth of income, of thought. So they view the thought, the thinking, how we think, as being your wealth, your income. So your income of thought. How much thought do you have that is of the creative higher wavelength? Right? That keeps you well sustained, like a healthy bank account would in your physical realm. So the higher the wavelength of thought and the higher propensity you have for tuning into your higher light gives you a higher income or wealth of thinking. So you think higher, lighter, brighter. We've all been a witness to people who are very low or very dark, I'm going to use that term, in their thinking processes. It's not fun to be around them, is it? They're negative, they whine, they complain, they moan, they groan, they're miserable, they want to bring you down, so you'll be miserable too. They're angry, they're shouting, they like to stir the pot and get everybody angry with them. Makes them feel good. That's a very low way of being. You're jealous, you're envious. Well, they have this and I want it, and I hate them because they have it and I don't. What's stopping you from getting it? Your creative thought processes. That's all. So you're not thinking right. You're thinking very low. Okay. So this is their first introductory talk with you. They're just explaining how they come from their higher thought waves. They're progenitors of our higher light. They speak with us every day and every night. God bless. We give you peace, love, and light. We are speaking to you from our higher angelic might. God bless. We give you peace, love, and light. Okay, so that is my usual signal that my team, are exiting. My angelic team, we're always here. But the progenitors of the higher thought waves from the grand central sun, greater central sun, whatever word you want to put to it, they have now said their little message, and now we're done with that. Okay. So blessings, everyone. Take care of yourselves and others. If you do wish to book an appointment with us, you can go to the website www.healingourenergy.ca and book your appointment today. All right. Love you all. Looking forward to meeting you. Bye for now.